Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option the 2018 Mazda 6 Grand Touring, as well as learn about the other 2018 Mazda 6 configurations along the way. Before we do that, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The 2018 Mazda 6 aspires to more than mere family sedan duties. Sure, it has a big interior and competitive fuel economy, but on top of that, it adds an upscale design and a focus on driving enjoyment. The Mazda 6 has offered these attributes for some time now, but Mazda is doubling down as other top automakers are trying a similar approach. For 2018, that means broad improvements to the Mazda with refinements in how it looks, drives, and feels. A new grille and standard LED headlights highlight the changes on the outside, but it's only once you step into the cabin that the breadth of the revisions become clear. The restyled dashboard trim and climate controls give the 6 a more luxurious look. The seats have also been redesigned for better comfort, and higher quality materials give the sedan a luxury-like vibe. Under the hood is a newly optional turbocharged engine, which should complement the 6's already sharp handling. If fuel economy is a concern, you should know that the 6's base engine comes up a few miles per gallon shy of its contemporaries. This is no hybrid variant, and all-wheel drive is not available. Aside from these emissions, though, the 2018 Mazda 6 upmarket style and enjoyable performance make it an excellent option for the family who likes the experience of driving. The 2018 Mazda 6 is a midsize family sedan that's available in 5 trim levels. The base Sport is fairly bare in terms of features, but it comes in at a reasonable price. The Touring and the Grand Touring have the features most shoppers would want, and the latter includes a more powerful engine. For a more premium experience, consider the Grand Touring Reserve or the Signature, which come with more attractive exterior trimmings, higher quality materials, and even more features. Now, the entry-level Sport Mazda 6 starts with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. This engine makes 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque, and that's connected to a 6-speed manual transmission, though a 6-speed automatic is optional. Standard equipment on this vehicle that we're looking at right here includes 17-inch wheels, LED headlights, push-button start, 60/40 split folding rear seats, non-illuminated vanity mirrors, and a leather-wrapped steering wheel. Now, an 8-inch entertainment touchscreen includes Bluetooth, 1 USB port, and a 6-speaker sound system. Standard safety features for this trim level include blind spot monitoring, a rear view camera, and rear cross traffic alert. And the base price for the Sport starts at $21,950. It's worthwhile to step up to the Touring trim, which adds features throughout the vehicle. A 6-speed automatic is standard, as are 19-inch wheels as opposed to 17-inch wheels. Proximity keyless entry, automatic wipers, automatic high beams, simulated leather upholstery, heated front seats, a power adjustable driver's seat, illuminated vanity mirrors, and a sunroof. Rear passengers get additional vents in the center console and a center armrest with 2 USB charging ports. The safety features of the iActive Sense package are standard with this Touring model as well. The MSRP for the Touring model is $25,700. Now, here's the Grand Touring. This is the trim that we're going to build and price at the end of this video today. Now, the Grand Touring starts where the Touring leaves off, but it adds the turbocharged engine. This engine is a 2.5-liter, it's a 4-cylinder. It makes 250 horsepower, and get this, 310 pound-feet of torque, and that's connected to the 6-speed automatic transmission. The infotainment system gets more power too, with the addition of an 11-speaker stereo, satellite radio, and navigation. The Grand Touring starts at $29,200. You can tell the Grand Touring Reserve apart by its upgraded LED lighting and the addition of a rear spoiler. Comfort improvements for the driver include a heated steering wheel, a power adjustable front passenger seat, a driver's seat memory settings. There's leather seating for everyone else, along with ventilation for the front row and heating for the rear. Above the gauge cluster sits a transparent panel that works like a heads-up display, showing information such as traffic signs and current speed. This trim also has adaptive front lighting, which turns the low beams in conjunction with the steering wheel to improve visibility at night. Very nice. The starting price for the 2018 Mazda 6 Grand Touring Reserve is $31,700. Aside from the addition of a gunmetal front grille, the fully loaded signature trim level primarily improves the look and feel of the interior. You'll find higher quality materials such as microfiber suede, wood, and upgraded leather, along with the addition of LED interior lighting and a frameless rearview mirror. Other feature additions consist of a digital gauge cluster and a surround view camera system with front and rear parking sensors. The MSRP starting price for the 2018 Mazda 6 Signature Edition starts at $34,750. Now, while the price of the base Sport is attractive, it's missing some things you'd want in a family sedan. Stepping up to the Touring adds comfort and entertainment features, but you're still stuck with the base engine. That may be fine for economy sedans, but chances are you're expecting more from the driving experience if you're looking at the Mazda 6, right? That's why I think the Grand Touring, this one here that starts at $29,200, is the best representation of the 6's strengths. It adds a few features on top of the Touring, but it also packs a satisfying, powerful engine that matches the driving enjoyment this sedan aims to deliver. Okay, let's jump into this build and price review. That was a long intro, but we got a lot of great information. We learned about all the trim level, really. We learned about all the configurations. Let's look at these colors. We can check out the exterior colors for the 2018 Mazda 6, and we can check out the interior colors. So let's first go over the exterior colors. Now, this color here is what? This color here is known as Soul Red Crystal Metallic. It's an upgrade paint. Costs you $595 for this paint. This next one here is Snowflake White Pearl, and it's an extra $200. Do they have paints that just come with the car? Just out of curiosity. Here's a Machine Gray Metallic. It costs $300. Now, here we go. Here's a Sonic Silver Metallic. It's a standard color. It won't cost you any additional price. Now, this one is called a Titanium Flash Mica. I don't think it's attractive. It's a standard color, no cost option. There's this Blue Reflex, also no cost option, as well as this Deep Crystal Blue Mica. And then finally, there's Jet Black. So those are all the exterior colors for the 2018 Mazda 6. 3 of those colors you got to pay extra money for. All right, let's check out this interior. So this is the black cloth that we're looking at. That's the black cloth. And then here's the sand cloth. We could just call it beige, right? We could just call it beige. Here is the black leatherette, which actually looks pretty nice. That's the black leatherette, and then the leatherette in sand. And then we have the black leather, and then we have the leather in black. Right, so you get leather, and you either get sand color or black. Oh, but the leather is called parchment instead of sand. The leather is called parchment. So that's parchment leather. And then what's this? This is the deep chestnut Napa leather. This must come in like the signature. This is the deep chestnut Napa. And then, of course, you have the parchment Napa. And that probably comes on like the signature trim level. All right, so those were the exterior colors and then the interior trim colors and all that stuff there. Let's move on. So I want to jump into the gallery real fast. Looks like they have 14 slides. This picture isn't the most complimenting. Looks like it's a shot coming through the front windshield. Looks like the chestnut brown leather interior, the Napa. So surely they're going to probably spend a lot of time showing their high trim level car, right? And I don't think these photos are very cute, although that's nice. This looks like a BMW seat, but you've got your seating switches on the side down at the bottom of the seat, and then you've got a 2-person memory setting for that seat as well. Here's a nice shot of the interior with the infotainment. That push-button start is way up high there. Way up high. What else we got? Here is a nice shot of the leather seats. Surely it's the leather seats. All right, so we'll just run through the rest of these. They're just showing some different angles. All right, we already saw that picture. They don't have great photos. I'll tell you that much right now. They don't have great photos, but it's enough for us to get a good look at the design and everything else. All right, let's move on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We already went through the overview. We kind of did that intro. We learned a lot on the intro. We just went through the gallery, what they had of it. Now we're going to go through the features, right? There's going to be quite a few things on this features page. So we're going to go through the features and find out what they want to tell us about the 2018 Mazda 6. Then we'll move on and take a look at the specifications up here. We'll peek in there real fast, and then we'll jump over to our build and price, okay? So no surprise, the first thing they want to talk about is that their 2.5-liter engine that makes 250 horse and 310 pound-feet of torque. They call it a dynamic pressure turbocharged Skyactiv G. That's a long word for an engine, all right? It says, what else? It's engineered to be ultra-responsive at low RPM. We'll find out. We'll check the specs and see what it makes its max torque. That's what will tell us. Effortless brand of power and sure to elevate your mood. We will find out about that for sure. Let's take a look at this photo. This is one of the photos that we already saw already during the gallery. They're not saying much, but here's a cool shot of those beautiful pistons. An engine that works smarter, not harder. We're always sought to strike an ideal balance. And yeah, they're not really saying anything. That's because they want you to click those. Check it out. Here, they're just kind of talking about that whole engine again, right? We know about the engine. They're telling you how great it is. And yeah, so we know there's that base motor. Doesn't make a lot of power. That's why we're doing the Grand Touring, so we can get the 250 horse, which at the end of the day, 250 horse, it's kind of like, that's like the starting horsepower for a nice sedan these days, not down in the 100s. All right, check this out. Here they're telling us that this engine has cylinder deactivation, a system that shuts down 2 of the engine's 4 cylinders in certain driving conditions, such as when cruising at constant speeds between about 25 and 50 miles an hour. So yeah, this thing will start to sip some gas. What's this? The new signature trim. Right, they're going to tell us about it. Born from the hands of craftsmen, the new Mazda 6 is the culmination of a quest to build our finest sedan ever. Mazda artisans considered every detail to craft an interior sure to please even the most discerning drivers. We'll decide, won't we? Oh, these are not clickable tabs, but there's their artisans at work down there. What does it say? Interior indulgence. First introduced in the redesigned Mazda CX-9, our exquisite signature trim has been reimagined for the 2018 Mazda 6. Materials like Napa leather and Sin wood, often used for fine furniture and musical instruments, envelop occupants in refined comfort. The ultra suede trim that lines the doors and dashboard features a subtle sheen derived from a similar technique used to make traditional Japanese kimonos. That's interesting. These premium touches combine to deliver a truly elevated driving experience. Here's a good shot of the interior. A really good shot of the interior we can see here. Okay, so here they're talking about human centricity. We want drivers and passengers to feel better getting out of the Mazda 6 than when they got in. Right. So the results improve posture and weight distribution. So they've redesigned the seats and constructed them with new cushioning materials. The result is improved posture and weight distribution. That's pretty cool. The sound of science. The 2018 Mazda 6 is a driving enthusiast haven, insulating you from distraction and setting your mind and body at ease. That starts with reducing wind and road noise and unwanted vibrations so you and your passengers can have clear conversation. They did this by incorporating sound insulating glass, retuning and reinforcing the suspension, and adding acoustic installation in all the right places. That's how they got a better, quieter cabin. So Apple CarPlay and Android Auto upgrades are now available for the 2018 Mazda 6. So Apple CarPlay integration, you can access your iPhone's maps, playlists, contacts, and compatible apps with your voice through Siri. Siri will also read incoming text messages and allow you to reply without taking your hands off the steering wheel. Now, if you have an Android, everything you need is a tap or voice command away. Wow, they didn't say anything for the Android owners, did they? Here they're showing us they're available, which means it's an option. 360 view monitor. It uses 4 cameras to display the car's periphery on the center display. Additionally, parking sensors at the front and rear help detect proximity to obstacles. It's all about giving you, the driver, a picture of your surroundings. All right, there's a Bose 11-speaker surround sound system. This must be the upgrade. A superlative driving experience should even include your sense of hearing. That's why the Mazda 6 is available with a Bose surround sound audio system, 11 speakers, right? It also has Bluetooth-enabled devices that you can connect to from any source, including Bluetooth, right? Radio broadcast, Sirius XM satellite radio. So you got all your music tech that you need with this Bose system is the takeaway real fast if you didn't figure that out. Okay, this is very artsy, but let's see. Technology that inspires confidence. Inspire technology that inspires confidence. Available eye active sense. Vehicle safety innovations use advanced sophistication technologies like cameras and radar to give you a sixth sense for safety, helping to alert you to potential hazards and avert collisions before they happen or reduce their severity. All right, let's go through these real fast, and then we'll be ready to go check the specifications. So there's this high beam control, and this helps the driver see better at night by maximizing opportunities to use the high beam. The system automatically switches to low beams when it detects oncoming traffic and or a vehicle ahead of it. One of my favorite safety features, doesn't matter what manufacturer is making it, rear cross traffic alert when backing up, like say at the grocery. Standard rear cross traffic alert helps detect a vehicle approaching from the side and promptly alerts the driver with an audible warning as well as a visual warning in either side mirror and the display screen. There is a lane departure warning system, so when you're traveling at speeds of 37 miles an hour or more, available lane departure warning, this system gives you audible and visual warnings when it detects that your vehicle is about to unintentionally depart from its lane. If you're drifting, it's going to check you. That's what they said. Then there is lane keep assist. Available lane keep assist adds to the warnings of the lane departure warning system. When it senses a potential unintentional lane departure, it will perform minor steering corrections to help guide your vehicle back to the center of the lane. So it's an active system that can actually steer the car. Here's an adaptive front lighting system. This available system is designed to help you see around corners at night. As you turn into a corner, the headlights pivot up to 15 degrees in the direction of your turn, improving visibility and allowing you to spot potential hazards ahead. That's cool. There's a lot of manufacturers where they have their, the headlights turn with the steering. It's nice to see that the Mazda 6 has that. And the price point's not that high, so it's really nice to see it's there. Another favorite feature of mine, blind spot monitoring. Standard, right? Comes with every Mazda 6. Standard blind spot monitoring helps detect objects in your blind spots and alerts you with a chime and warning light in the side mirror. It also detects and warns you of fast approaching vehicles that may enter your blind spot. So if somebody's totally crushing up on you, it's paying attention to that too, so you don't fling your door open and get nailed. All right, what's this one? Advanced Smart City Brake Support. When the vehicle is traveling at speeds typical during city driving, including parking lot speeds, the available system uses a forward-sensing camera to help detect vehicles and pedestrians ahead. If it senses that an impact is predicted, the system is able to warn the driver, adjust the brake pads for faster or firmer braking, and apply the brakes if the driver cannot. Then here's another one, Smart Brake Support. We got two more after this. When traveling at speeds above 10 miles an hour, this available Smart Brake Support helps detect objects ahead and warns you when braking is immediately necessary. If no driver action is taken, the system automatically applies the brakes. My takeaway in this is that I really like this suite of technologies. I like it, and I think our Grand Touring is going to have it, but if it didn't, I'd certainly option it. If you're getting a Mazda 6 and you're not getting a Grand Touring, or you're getting one that doesn't have all this, you got to make sure that you get the safety tech. It's the big deal. It's part of what makes these new cars really cool. Let's see. There's the Mazda Radar Cruise Control with stop and go. Driving is stressful in traffic conditions, right? But now you've got this radar cruise control with stop and go. Now this system maintains your set speed and minimum following distance from the traffic ahead. If the vehicle you're following reduces speed even down to a stop, your vehicle is able to slow or stop as needed. Will it start back up? Yeah, it says stop and go. Last but not least, traffic sign recognition. I like it. Using strategically mounted cameras, available traffic sign recognition system can actually read road signs such as speed limit, stop, and do not enter. This information then shows up in the active driving display so you can stay alert and informed without taking your eyes off the road. Don't you have to take your eyes off the road to look down at that? Well, the active driving display, I think, is their version of heads up, is the active driving display. I think. It would make sense since they're saying you wouldn't have to take your eyes off the road. Okay, let's check some quick specifications for our Grand Touring. We know it makes 250 horsepower. It's got an estimated EPA highway fuel economy of 31 miles to the gallon, and of course it has that 250 horsepower 2.5 liter turbocharged Skyactiv G engine that has cylinder deactivation between the speeds of, 25 and 50 miles an hour? I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. So we wanted, they talked about how this car had all this torque. And what did I say a few minutes ago? I said, yeah, we're going to come over here to the specs and we're going to check it out. Mazda, now maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see the torque numbers. They only show the horsepower number. Look, check it out. They're saying if you use 87 octane gas, then the engine is only going to make 227 horsepower. If you want to make the actual 250 horse, you need to use 93 octane gas. However, it's cool to know that if your money's tight, you could put the cheap gas in this car. Now, what's not cool is the fact that I don't see anything about what? About the engine RPM and the torque. That's weak, Mazda. Weak, weak, weak. Okay, just to see what these interior features are. Again, real fast, I'm not going to read them all, but there they are. I kind of went over that in the beginning. This one has push-button start. It's got the rear window defogger, which they had to even bother to put that. But, yeah, I guess you got to put everything. It's got the rear window defogger, automatic power door locks, cruise control, steering wheel mounted cruise control, dual zone automatic climate control. It's nicely optioned. It's not everything in the kitchen sink, but it's nicely optioned. All right, let's go do the build and price. All right, so here we are. You have to first select whether you want an automatic or a manual. We obviously know we want the automatic. This thing's moving all over the place. We want the Grand Touring that starts at what? $29,200. It's already saying that our MSRP is, well, there we go. Our MSRP now is $30,095. We don't need to read more. We already know about this car. Let's go to the next step and get to building. All right, colors. I wasn't crazy about any of these colors to begin with. None of them, honestly. And I get tired of seeing this Mazda in this Mazda red that they always show this whatever color it is. So I think we're going to stick with a basic black. Usually when I don't know, when I'm not feeling a color for a car, I just usually go with a black or a white or something like that, because for the build, it's not really that important. All right, black it is. There are no packages to add to this car. I went over what was included with this car. There are no packages. So let's go to the next step. The one thing that we can add, however, is we can add accessories. I like the wheel locks. Check. Cargo net, we'll skip. The carpet cargo mat, no. The rear bumper guard, yes. Here's why. You see that bumper guard right there? Now, what that does, let's hit read more. Maybe we can see a better picture. Yeah. So when people are pulling their groceries or boxes or whatever, they're pulling them over the top of that bumper, and that bumper always gets scuffed. Now, a lot of manufacturers have put a clear plastic applique. Mazda's gone way too far and put this huge thing that's kind of ugly. But the reason why I'm selecting it is because I'm letting you know that you should probably get that on yours if you're not going to pick your stuff up and you're going to scratch your bumper of your new car. I want the door sill trim plates. I want the all-weather floor mats. I think ours has the rear spoiler, but maybe not. I want the rear spoiler. And I think we have the parking sensors, but they have it as an option for our car, so I'm going to assume that we don't have parking sensors. Give me the parking sensors for $475. Let's move on to the summary. You can see there wasn't a whole bunch to option, right? That's the way a lot of these cars work. It doesn't get until you get to the German cars, Mercedes, BMW, that they start a la carting you and you can start going crazy. A lot of these trim levels, you get what you get on cars like this. The Grand Touring, you get what you get. And the only thing we were able to option were some accessories that you can go down to the dealer and pick up at any time. At any rate, the cars start off life at $29,200 and it ends life at $31,350 for all in. Now, did I select my interior color? I did not see that. Oh, that was over here. I forgot to click this one little tab here. And yeah, we're going to go with the black leather. Just want to double check. All right, now we can go back to the summary. Okay, you see this little print thing? I already printed off the build summary, so if you like the way that I built and spec'd this 2018 Mazda 6 Grand Touring, then you can download it in the description below. Other than that, we're all done. We wrapped this video up. The Mazda 6, pretty interesting. I like the Honda Accord, right? I'm going to put a link, I've already did, to the Honda Accord. If you're still watching this, check out that 2019 Honda Accord. It's a nice looking vehicle. I like the Honda Accord. I also like the Toyota Camry. I think I'd rather take a Camry over either one of these. I think I did do the Camry as well, and I'll put a link up if I did. Other than that, you're awesome. If you're watching this and you made it to the end, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.